How much should you charge for your mini sessions? This is the question of the century if you're shooting mini sessions. And it is the beginning of mini session season right now. I know all of us are like kind of anxiously checking our inboxes. I know that I have a little bit of inbox OCD where I check it way too much. But if you have not released your mini sessions and you're like, ooh, what is the actual price and what am I offering? I want to talk about that with you right now. Thing number one is please, 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 please do not give away all the digitals with your booking fee. This is bad, and I cannot tell you how many times I've had to coach people away from this, because what it is doing is shooting your back-end sale in the foot. It will die. They will not buy any more from you. And I am also guilty as charged. Like the first mini sessions I offered many years ago, I've been doing this for 16 years. Many years ago, I did that and I was like, whomp, why did I show up for that day? I just didn't. I did all of this work and produced all of these images and I really didn't make anything. So base layer, I probably say this in every video, please do not offer all of the digitals with that booking fee. Now, that said, how much should the booking fee be? All right, before I tell you that though, I do want to tell you one more thing, which is that when you are offering that booking fee, it needs to have value in it, okay? So sure, yes, you could say, this is my time and talent and this is the fee. That's fine, you will book, but you are more likely to book, and I think you will book at a quicker rate if people can see that for that price, they're actually getting a few little goodies. It feels like what you need to let them feel like is that if they pay that price, they can walk away from you and that shoot without buying anything. Now, they're not going to, because you're going to make these images that they absolutely love and they want to buy. But at the time of booking, they need to feel like, oh, sure. So for that price, we get our session and then we get X, Y, or Z. We get a 8x10 or we get a 2 digitals or whatever. In their mind, they're like, cool, I'm buying something complete. We're done. So that's fine. That price is fine. It's just a little bit of buyer psychology. And also, sure, there's some insurance there for you. Like if you really flub the shoot, and like I've done that, like I've had a shoot that really didn't go very well, then you both feel fine. You know, like they kind of got what they paid for and you're like, they got what they paid for and I feel terrible about it and I'm going to offer to reshoot. But like, if they really don't trust me anymore, then we can both walk away. Okay. But hopefully that will never happen to you, or it will be like it happens once and it never happens again. But at the end of the day, add a little value so that they want to buy from you at that price. What is the price? So the answer to what is the price is that it depends on your specific market. And when I say specific market, I mean hyper niche. One of those. Hyper niche your thinking about what your market is. So let me give you an example. I tend to shoot professional families. So these are all like white collar workers. They tend to be higher up in their career just because of my age. Like those are the age of people that I know. And I was shooting much younger people when I was much younger, but we've all kind of grown together. They tend to have 2 or 3 kids. And the 2 or 3 kids can range from toddler all the way up to high school. And then I know certain neighborhoods that they live in. There's a limited number of neighborhoods that they live in. All right, so now that you have your person in mind, what does your mom buyer look like? Where does she live? What is her job? All these things. Then you need to ask yourself, what is the price of the little luxury for her that feels like she's going to think about it a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's an amount of money that she has, and if she wants to buy it, she will buy it. All right, so what are those little luxuries? They could be, and I don't mean nails. I don't mean that little. Maybe I mean medium luxuries. Maybe I mean a medium luxury. So let's say something like a really gorgeous outfit. That's going to be a special outfit, like a dress or something that you might wear to an event. What is that price? Or a great night out. So if you have a lot of married parents in your crowd, what is the amount that they would pay for a babysitter, theater tickets, and dinner and then drinks afterwards? This is not every night. This is not Tuesday night tacos. This is like, yeah, we really want to treat ourselves, and like, this is our once a quarter, like, let's go. What's that price? So when you have that price in your mind, you can very easily either charge that price as your booking price, or think about that price as like the overall client spend. So like the booking plus the gallery sale. So this is why I'm not giving you an actual number, because I shoot in a major metro area, where things are much more expensive in general, okay? But your rural area, you may have people who are actually spending more on their little luxury than my expensive area, where people are already spending on expensive things. It really just depends. So you need to know your buyer. You need to get in their head, and you need to think really seriously. Even if you are in your 20s or you're unmarried in your 30s, like I was for a really long time, and you're shooting families, so like you are not living the same experience they are, I want you to just get strategic and think for a minute about what you're seeing. You're like, wait a second. Those clients told me that they like to eat at that Italian restaurant. Let me go look on their menu. I'm going to add it up. Oh, actually, for that meal, they're spending $150 for 2 people. And I know they have to get a babysitter. And what are babysitting rates around here? $20 an hour. You can't really go out for less than 4 hours. So do all the math, do the whole evening, the babysitter and the dinner and the movie and whatever. And then you'll be coming up with that number that really makes sense for your market. All right, now here's a little bit of extra thinking for you. So before I said that night out or that special outfit or whatever, that could be your booking price, or that could be the total arc price. You have a decision to make. Your decision is, do you want to make most of the money on the front end, or do you want to make your money between the front end and the back end? I personally make my money between the front and the back end, and I will tell you why, but you don't have to do it my way. The reason why is that when my front end price is a little lower for my client psychology, it's just easier for them to book. It's like a no-brainer purchase. The thing that they're thinking about is the date and the time. That's where the work comes in, because they've got soccer schedules and this and that and travel ball and theater practice. Coming up with that date is actually a lot of work. I don't actually want them to debate booking me on price. And I will use my skills as a marketer, and as a business owner to make sure that the back end sale is there. So that's a decision for you to make on whether you want to charge that price all up front and then the back end is not so expensive, or whether you want to kind of split it. I think splitting it is better, because there's a bigger chance that you will have a bigger purchase on the back end when they fall in love with their images. All right, so the last thing that I'll tell you is that when you are selling on the back end, you do need to have several packages so that you have a sales average that feels happy to you, and not one price back there so that some people buy it and some people don't. So when you're thinking about this, make some packages with stuff that they like in them, including digitals and including prints. And that way you're coming out at an average that makes up the difference of what you want to make per client. That's it. I'm going to see you tomorrow for another lesson in mini sessions. It's mini session season starting right away. Some of you have already started shooting, I think. I haven't. I won't start until like mid-November. Mid-September, not November. But if you need more pointers on mini sessions, subscribe, because I am dropping a video every day this week to help get us all ready. And if you want that full arc, it's really not expensive, $47.50. I mean, you will make that in 5 seconds in your mini sessions. So click that link below. You can see everything that I think about mini sessions for getting those high-end numbers. I really want you to be at like $1,000 or $2,000 per hour every time you shoot. So that's what I teach in that course. All right, see you guys tomorrow.